Hi, this is Kenneth.
Hi, Anthony here.
And this week we're going to be bringing some new gameplay footage to go along with our product updates. Do you want us to be sharing the content first, maybe, Anthony, or
I
do you
mean,
want
let's
to
just
start
let's
talking about
roll
that?
it. Let's roll it, and we can talk through what we're seeing, and we can talk through other updates that we're making.
Awesome. So I'm going to put this on screen.
Yeah.
About sound.
So there's kind of a lot of updates going on. We're doing a lot of kind of groundwork for our game, but we think it's pretty cool. So what you're seeing here is a geolocated game. Now we've integrated this mini map where people can actually start finding these portals. And again, just to remind everyone, in this world of ARealm, we have two realms colliding. And when you enter a portal, you're entering the other realm. And then when monsters enter our realm, we interact with them in augmented reality. So it was no easy feat to integrate kind of a top-down mini map. You're seeing that in the top right-hand corner. And what's going to happen with that is that's going to be part of the player's toolkit. They'll click on that map to find out where the next relevant portal is for their quest. So that's kind of a big part happening on the portal level and the mini map level. And again, that's going to take some time to integrate and make it look pretty, but we think it'll be pretty useful for players. Again, in almost all RPG games, the map is key. If people click on the map to see exactly where to go, to understand their world, figure out where quests are. So that's exciting.
And some quick context for the audience here relating to this. As we kind of go back a little bit, we're going to be working on some of these textures, but this is a real world map
Exactly.
that we're creating, and not just a pure like gaming construct. And the other thing to kind of keep in mind is that with regards to this map, this is an example of some of the remote play functionality that we'll be demonstrating. We think that that's going to make a smoother experience than some of the existing AR experiences out there. But now
Yeah.
we're going to go into gameplay. And do you want to walk us through?
Yeah. Just to kind of tag on to what you just said, what you just saw was a person being able to explore their local area from their home. Again, we have incentives as to why someone would need to kind of walk towards the point of interest, but we want to kind of layer on the different AR and geolocated aspects. Now, when you enter a dungeon, now you're playing a RPG game that you're more familiar with. You saw the person open up their loot bag. Now they're battling skeletons inside this world. And again, in this story, you as the player have entered this other realm through a portal in our world. And now you're trying to defeat these monsters to find more loot, level up your character, as well as there's going to be special keys and shards and gems that interact with the monsters that have crossed over in the real world, which is where this AR concept really kind of comes to life. You're going to enter these portals, find special pieces of loot, and when you actually interact with the statue at the park, it will do something special. It'll give you a legendary item. It'll give you the next clue for the quest. It'll start to bring to life your real world into this fantasy RPG landscape that we built.
And in terms of progress, from about 2 weeks ago, can you talk about like what precisely happened with the maps that's different?
Yeah. Well, there's just a few things. As I mentioned earlier, that top right hand corner mini map was not there 2 weeks ago. And again, that's one of those small things that I don't know if your average player would, see or notice that it was there or not. But if they didn't have it, they'd be kind of confused as to where to go. And it's also one of those things that seems pretty simple, but it's kind of hard to implement. Now we're kind of accessing another layer of map data and trying to put all the information on that map for users. You're not seeing it in this demo, but if you click on that top right hand corner map, it brings it opens up a map of your local city from a larger perspective. So you'll see the greater Los Angeles area, and you'll see where all the quests kind of connect, so that you know where to go. So that's the big development on the map side.
And then the other development is going to be something that I'll try to see if I can find quickly for us here.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of involved with this inventory system. So again, we have a lot of things going on with this project. All of them are really exciting. All of them really cool gameplay, all related to cool RPG gameplay. Just last week, we only had 3 items. That's because we were not able to import all those items automatically. So we were doing that manually. So we just, one of our developers just got that system on the back end working, where now we can just get hundreds of weapons, load them up into the system. They'll pop into the player's hand with the correct stats and strength and abilities, and then they can go about that. So that system, again, one of those things that as an RPG player, as a gamer, you don't really notice. You're like, of course you equip items and they do something. To build that system in the back end is actually quite a lot of work. So we got that working. So that's going to be fun for the leveling and customability of the characters.
Any other final things that we didn't touch upon yet that you'd like to mention before we close off here?
I think those are the 2 main things. And again, I think props to our team. Those 2 things, each one of those could take a few months to kind of complete, but they're working pretty efficiently right now, where we're able to get these features in pretty quickly. So we're happy with the progress that we're making.
All right, bye guys.
Okay, till next time. See ya.